There is a place in the universe where nothing happens. Not nothing as in quiet, not nothing as in empty, nothing as in the concept of something ceases to have meaning. A place so devoid of matter, of light, of movement, that the laws of physics that govern everything you've ever known begin to feel like suggestions rather than rules. You're about to go there, not to a black hole, not to the crushing core of a dying star, not to the surface of a planet that would dissolve you in seconds. Those places are violent. Violence at least is something. Violence means energy. Energy means existence. Where you're going, there is none of that. Where you're going, there is nothing. And nothing, real, absolute, cosmic nothing, is far more terrifying than anything the universe could throw at you. Start from where you are right now. The Milky Way. 100 billion stars spinning in a slow, ancient spiral. From inside, it looks like a river of light across the night sky. From outside, from where you're about to be, it looks like a smudge, a dim, unremarkable smudge among thousands of others. Because the Milky Way is not alone. It sits inside the cosmic web, the largest structure in the observable universe. Vast highways of dark matter and gas and galaxies stretching across hundreds of millions of light years, glowing faintly, connecting galaxy clusters like nodes in a net. Seen from far enough away, it looks almost alive, like the inside of a mind. Like something that means something. You leave the Milky Way behind. It shrinks. 100 billion stars become a coin, then a smudge, then a dot of pale light retreating behind you. Around you, the cosmic web is still visible, filaments of galaxies stretching in every direction, glowing with the slow fire of billions of suns, curving and intersecting in patterns that took billions of years to form. It is, genuinely, the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Hold on to that feeling. It won't last. The filaments begin to thin. You've been moving away from the dense knots of galaxy clusters, away from the brightest regions of the cosmic web, and now the strands around you are becoming sparse. The galaxies that stud the filaments like beads on a wire are getting farther apart. The light between them is growing longer, darker, colder, and then, almost without noticing, you cross the threshold. There is no wall, no boundary, no sign. Just the slow, creeping realization that the last filament you could see clearly behind you is now too faint to make out. That the glow of the cosmic web, which filled your entire field of vision minutes ago, has retreated to a faint shimmer at the very edge of the darkness. Ahead of you, a single thread of the web's outermost edge, stretched impossibly thin, the last galaxies clinging to it like the final lights on a wire before the power goes out. Beyond that thread, nothing. The wall of the void. The beginning of the scariest place in the universe. You cross it. The wall behind you is still visible. This is important, because it's the last thing that will be. Turn around and you can still see it. A curved surface of galaxies, thousands of them, arranged like the inner face of an enormous soap bubble. The void is a bubble. You are inside it. The wall behind you glows faintly amber and blue and white. Ancient stars, young stars, gas clouds catching the light. All of it pressed to the rim of the emptiness, like sediment at the edge of a bowl. The wall is beautiful. And it is receding. Dark energy, the mysterious force accelerating the expansion of the universe, operates here without opposition. In galaxy clusters, gravity fights it. Here, there is almost no gravity. Dark energy expands the void unchecked, pushing the walls outward, making the bubble bigger, making you smaller inside it. The wall is not just far away. It is getting farther. Every second you spend here, the void grows. You turn back around and face inward. There are galaxies in here, not many, not the dense blazing clusters you left behind. But they exist. Void galaxies, the loneliest objects in the known universe. You find one and approach it slowly. It is not what you expect a galaxy to look like. No majestic spiral arms, no blazing core, no dense clusters of young blue stars erupting in brilliant formation. This galaxy is small and sparse, a few 100 million stars spread thin across the dark, blue-tinted and quiet, burning through its gas slowly, forming new stars at a fraction of the rate of galaxies like ours. It has been here, alone, for billions of years. No neighbors have pulled at it. No collisions have triggered bursts of new creation. It has simply existed, slowly, quietly, in the dark. You circle it once, it offers nothing back. No response to your presence. Just the slow, patient burning of ancient stars that have nowhere to go, and nothing to do except exist until they can't anymore. You leave it behind and go deeper. Deeper inside the void, something appears that science only recently confirmed exists. Threading through the darkness, barely visible, almost imaginary, are filaments of dark matter. Ghost structures. So faint and diffuse they look less like the bold highways of the cosmic web outside, and more like smoke trails in still air, like breath in cold space that has no cold and no air. They connect nothing to nothing. They anchor nothing to nothing. They are the universe's last, failing attempt to maintain structure inside the void. They are losing. Dark energy is dismantling them slowly, invisibly, without drama. No explosion, no collapse, just a gradual, inevitable thinning. The ghost filaments growing more transparent, more diffuse, dissolving back into the darkness from which they never fully emerged. You watch a tendril of dark matter structure fade at its tip. Not breaking, not falling, just becoming less and then less than that, and then gone. This is what the end of structure looks like. Not a bang, a whisper. You stop, you float. Around you, in every direction, the void extends for hundreds of millions of light years. Behind you, impossibly far, the wall of galaxies at the rim has become a faint smear of light, less than a glow, more than nothing. In every other direction, the dark, vast, expanding, patient, permanent dark. You have time to think here, because there is nothing else to do. This void has existed for billions of years, long before Earth formed, long before the sun ignited, long before the first complex chemistry that would eventually, improbably, lead to something capable of wondering about its own existence. This space, this exact darkness you're floating in, was already here, already expanding, already empty. No civilization has ever existed here. No star has ever been born here and died here and seeded the next generation with heavier elements. No planet has ever coalesced. No water has ever pooled. No chemistry has ever sparked into something surprising. The void has been here and expanded and done nothing for longer than you can hold in your mind. This is not a place the universe forgot. This is a place the universe never started. In the far future, the void will be all there is. As dark energy accelerates, the filaments of the cosmic web will stretch beyond their breaking point. The walls of galaxies at the void's edges will thin and fracture. Clusters will drift apart. The beautiful, improbable structure that separates the rest of the cosmos from this place will dissolve. Bubble by bubble, void by void, super voids swallowing smaller voids, the emptiness spreading until it is everything. The last stars in the universe will be born in places like this, small, slow, dim, long after the rest of the cosmos has gone dark. Void galaxies, the abandoned ones, outlasting everything. And then those final stars too will exhaust their fuel, collapse, cool, and disappear into the expanding dark. The last light in the universe will be a void galaxy going quiet. And after that, this, exactly this. What you're looking at right now, in every direction, forever. You turn around, the cosmic web is still visible, just a faint shimmer at the edge of the darkness. Somewhere in that shimmer, too small to resolve, is the Milky Way, is Earth, is everyone you have ever known, every thought ever thought, every word ever written. It is a smear of ancient light at the rim of a bubble of nothing, and the bubble is getting bigger. You don't fall into the void the way you fall into a black hole or a storm or a planet's crushing atmosphere. The void does not pull you, does not crush you, does not burn you. It simply surrounds you, quietly, completely, and then it shows you what the universe looks like when it runs out of reasons to exist. And then it leaves you there, with the dark, and the growing, and the silence that has no end.